Hi guys, welcome to this tutorial. This is Teacher Raya. In this session, we're going to learn about ratios. So this is introduction to ratios. And what are ratios then? Well, we can say ratio is about relationship between two or more numbers. Now, for example, if I have here counters, we can see two are red and one is yellow. So if I want to say the relationship between these two things here, these two colors, I will say 2. For every 2 of the red, there is 1 yellow. So the relationship is 2 to 1. Now you notice I write 2 and I say 2 1. So we use these colons. We don't say 2 dot dot 1. We say 2 to 1. Another example, how can I write this as ratio? Well, there are 2 reds for every 3 yellows. So the relationship here is 2 to 3. Now what you want to know is, are they the same as fraction? Because some people have misconception thinking ratios are the same as fraction. Well, the answer is no. If we're talking about fraction, we're talking about something out of a whole. So for example, I could say half of a pizza. So here, half of a pizza. What does this mean? I have a whole pizza. The number on top represents one pizza. And this pizza has been divided into 2 parts. So you'll have 2 slices of pizza. This is what it means. So there are 2 parts out of 1 pizza. So if I want to talk about ratios, sometimes ratio can be represented as fraction. So for example, we could write half again, but let's talk about pizza. So here, for example, we could say 1 pizza is being shared by 2 people. So now can you see the difference? Here, these 2 numbers represent the same item. Same thing, 1 out of 2. Okay, so here we're talking about the relationship of pizza and 2 people. So we can say for every 1 pizza, there are 2 people sharing it. So here are the keywords that you need to understand. We're going to talk about number of parts. Sometimes you would hear share and divide because we're going to divide. So number of parts sometimes is referred as shares, meaning they mean the same thing. So let's have a look at how we could interpret ratios then. So for example, if we have a ratio of 2 to 3, we say 2 to 3. Now, the number of parts are these. There is 2 parts here and there are 3 parts there. So these are total number of parts, which is equal to 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5. Now I could also say there are 5 shares. There are 2 shares here. There are 3 shares here. So the total number of shares is 5. Now this is very important for ratios. So you must understand the number of parts. Here we have 30 sweets and we're asked to share in the ratio of 1 to 2. So we're just going to use this bar again to represent 30 sweets. So in this bar, there are 30 sweets. And it's been divided into 1 to 2. So the total number of parts is 1 plus 2. So I'm just going to write it here. Total number of parts is equal to 1 plus 2, which is equal to 3. So in this whole bar, I need to have 3 parts. Okay, so let's just do 1, 2, and 3. So in here, altogether, I must have 30 sweets. I have 3 parts. How much do I put in each one part? They have to be equal amounts. So you simply say 1 part is going to be equal to 30 divided by 3, which is equal to 10 sweets. So that means I'm going to have 10 there, 10 there, and 10 sweets here. But someone is going to have only one of these parts. That's 1 part. And somebody else is going to have 2 parts. So that's 2 parts. So if we share 30 sweets in the ratio of 1 to 2, what we're going to have is 10 sweets for this part. So 10 sweets to 20 sweets. Right, what you need to check after you've worked it out is that your total number of sweets here, they must be equal to 30 sweets. You must not share more than what you have and less than what you have. So 10 plus 20 is 30. Now guys, if you like this video so far and if you want to see more video, please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you, and also remember to share. Thank you. Let's do example number 2. We're asked to share 35 sweets in the ratio of 1 to 4. So now I'm going to stop using the bar method. I'm going to write this as 1 to 4. Now I have to share 35 sweets in this ratio. Okay. What we need to do is find the number of parts. So the total number of parts, that's going to be equal to 1 plus 4, which is 5. So I have a total number of parts as 5. These parts must be equal to 35 sweets. So what we're going to say is 5 parts. In those 5 parts, I must have 35 sweets. So this is very important to find 1 part. Okay, 1 part is going to be equal to 35 divided by 5. So 35 divided by 5 is 7 sweets. All right, so now we need to know this person who's getting 1 part or 1 share, how many sweets will they get? And this person who gets 4 parts, how many sweets will they get? Well, we know 1 part is 7 sweets, so we're just going to multiply this by 7. That's going to give us 7 sweets. And this one is getting 4 parts. In each part there are 7 sweets. We're going to multiply this by 7, and the answer is 28 sweets. And if you check the total, you will get 35. Right, so here we go again. We have 60 sweets. I love sweets. So we have 60 sweets. And we need to share this into this ratio, 2 to 3. Okay, how many parts do we have? We have 5 parts. So I'm speeding this up because now you need to think differently. We can't be drawing bars all the time because sometimes we might have 100 parts. So in which case it's going to take you quite some time to work it out. So total number of parts is 5. So 5 parts we can see here represent 60 sweets. So now 1 part is going to be equal to 60 divided by 5, which is 12 sweets. So each 1 part is going to have 12 sweets. So 2 parts, then you need to multiply this by 12. 2 times 12 is 24. So 24 sweets here. And this other person who's getting 3 parts, it multiplies this by 12. 3 times 12 is 36 sweets. So that's the answer for this one. Again, if you check, 24 plus 36 will give you 60. Right, now let's do some worded question. We're told Hamza and Trinity share some money in the ratio 2:3. They shared a total of £40. How much did each person get? Right, it's very important, first of all, to remember, if we start with Hamza, we need to start writing with Hamza. So the ratio of Hamza to Trinity is 2:3. You must not write it the other way around, like 3:2, because it starts with Hamza here, and the first ratio will belong to Hamza, unless you're told otherwise somewhere in the question. But in this question, you're not told that. That means this ratio has to stay like this. So now we need to find out how much they each got. Well, how many parts are there? There are 5 parts, 2 plus 3. So total number of parts is equal to 2 plus 3, which is 5. So now we say 5 parts is going to represent £40. Now we want to know how much is 1 part. So 1 part is going to be equal to 40 divided by 5, which is £8. Now then, Hamza got 2 parts, so 1 part is 8, so it means in total Hamza is going to get 2 times 8, which is going to be £16. Trinity has 3 parts, 1 part is £8, so in total she's going to get 3 times 8, which is £24. Right, let's go to the last question. Now this question is slightly twisted, but it's very easy. So please stay until the end of this session because you will understand this. So we're told Parth and Yunus share some money. If the ratio 7:3, Parth got £28 more. How much did Yunus get? So how many parts do we have? Okay, let's just draw that bar again. I'm going to do it up here. Okay, so we need 10 parts because there's 7:3, so 7 plus 3 is 10. Am I good at dividing things? Let's just try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Who got 7? Well, Parth got 7 and Yunus got 3. So these 3 parts belong to Yunus and these 7 parts belong to Parth. Right, and we're told Parth got 28 more. Right, let's have a look now what's going on. So let's just say that's 3 parts here, 3 parts. And let's take 3 parts from Parth. So now they're even up. So this is the extra part, the number of parts that Parth got. He got 4 more parts. And how much do they worth? They worth £28. So these 4 parts is equal to £28. Now remember, each part has to be having the same amount. So if 4 parts, you can see there are 4 parts, must represent £28. So 1 part is going to be equal to 28 divided by 4, which is £7. So in here there's 7 pounds, 7 pounds, 7, 7, 7 here, 7 there, 7 there, 7 there, 7 there, and 7 there. So now we know each one part is 7, we can say how much Eunice got. Well, we can see that Eunice got these 3 parts. So that's 7 plus 7 plus 7, or 7 times 3. So you can now say Eunice gets 3 times 7 pounds, which is 21 pounds. Alright guys, I hope you understood this and I hope you enjoyed the session. Please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't. Have a good day and bye for now.